you didn't know. So there's no need to feel condemned or guilty about something if you didn't know it, right? But I'm making this really for like single men and single women who want to marry our purpose partner, marry our divine partner, marry the person that God said, hey, I made you for women, he made us for this man, you know what I'm saying? And for the men, like, hey, that's the woman who I say should be your helpmeet, right? So that is biblical. And so that's kind of what I wanted, because people are kind of saying, well, God presented Eve to Adam. He didn't tell him to choose, right? So on the other side of that, I wanted to bring up where it says in Genesis 24, the first verse was 24 and 14. And basically it's when Abraham asked his servant to go and find Isaac a wife, right? He made him promise that he'll go find him a wife. And so after the servant got the orders and everything, he went to God on his own. Abraham didn't tell him to go to God. He went to God on his own, and he was just like, let me read it for you. He said, so when he made it there, he said, I'll start at verse 12. He said, "O Lord, God of my master Abraham, please grant me success today and show steadfast love to my master Abraham. Behold, I am standing by the spring of water, and the daughters of the men of the city are coming out to draw water. Let the young woman to whom I shall say, please let down your jar that I may drink, and who shall say, drink, and I will water your camels, let her be the one whom you have appointed for your servant Isaac. By this I shall know that you have shown steadfast love to my master." Right? So further down, so a woman approached, and we know that was Rebecca, right? She did approach, and she did everything that he was asking to know of how he could know that if this is the woman for Isaac, right? But even after that, let's see, so I'm gonna go with verse 20. So she says, "So she quickly emptied her jar into the trough and ran again to the well to draw water, and she drew for all his camels." 21. The man gazed at her in silence to learn whether the Lord had prospered his journey or not. So even after he asked God for ways to know whether or not the woman is who he had ordained or appointed, right? But even after she did everything he asked God for her to do, to let him know, he still sat in silence